Xin chào. Okay. The first episode of Fat and Broke Cooks. So today we're gonna make banh mi meatball tomato soup. It's got a lot of ingredients, but these are all local Viet ingredients. This is Viet mushroom, this is Viet sweet potato, Viet cabbage, Viet little bok choy, Viet corn, one big Viet carrot. This would be a Viet green pepper, and we got onion. This says tomato paste, but in Vietnam they call tomato paste is actually sauce. I don't know why they call it paste. You'll need some satay chili as well. You also need this seasoning. This is kind of the base to the soup. You'll see once we get popping. One thing of kidney beans. If you don't like kidney beans, you don't have to put it in. Anything you don't like, you don't have to put it in. It's up to you. So we're gonna, and then we're gonna do tomatoes. The little ones will stay whole. I'll cut these in half. We'll do that when we do the oil fry. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay. We're set on a good angle. Everything's good. Okay. First thing you want to do is we want to sweat the onions. So let's get going on that. Let's turn this sucker on, stir fry. If you're using an electronic hot plate, I start off at 200, which is the lowest setting. Get them all in there. We'll add the garlic later. We have garlics to taste. I have 7 cloves I'm going with off the base of the onion. I'll be doing a lot of editing on this so we don't waste too much time. Of course, we're not going to show the whole cooking of the onions all the way down. So I'm going to kick it up to 500. So yeah, you can put in as much stuff as you want or don't want. If you don't like corn, don't put corn in. If you don't like carrots, don't put carrot in. If you don't want sweet potato, don't put sweet potato in. I mean, it's to whatever you want. I don't measure anything. I don't use exact measurements. So the banh mi meatballs are made with banh mi bread. You just take a half of a banh mi loaf, the sandwich loaf, and then you take around a pound of beef, and I got about a half pound of pork. We'll mix that all in. I'll show you how to do that once we get there. It's a delicious meal. This meal will last you, eating it twice a day for 3 or 4 days. This will last you. Restore. This would be the piece of beef. Nothing too big and crazy. Yeah, so how's everyone been? So the soccer video is still the best video by far, which is great. It's had almost 2,000 views. So it's my fastest video ever made. People seem to really like it. I must have caught onto their algorithm and released it right at the right time, right after the victory. I don't know if you guys will like the cooking video, but I like to cook, so I said, why not? Let's put out a cooking video. And this stuff can all be bought in Saigon. So if you're living in Saigon and you want to make this is what this is. This is all Vietnamese products. So you can probably make this in the States too. The mushrooms, you probably have to get a different kind of mushroom. They're not going to have these exact ones. They're not going to have this kind of sweet potato. This particular type of sweet potato is a lot firmer than our American one, so it can go into a soup and really break down. This stuff I don't know that you would find in America either. It's a tenderloin and bone flavored seasoning from Select at Co-op. This was bought at Co-op. The tomato paste was bought at Co-op. The satay chili and the kidney beans was all purchased at Co-op. Fresh egg. They're much smaller. They're real farm eggs from a real live chicken that's never been caged or anything. It does take quite a bit of time. This prep time is around an hour to prep all these vegetables and cut them all and clean everything. So we use this to put a lot of the onion back in and the tomato. Because when I drop the pork in and cook the pork, we'll braise the pork on each side, or the beef. And then we'll chop it up and then we'll add it into the soup and we'll let the cooking finish in the soup itself actually. Let's see. And if you guys like this little cooking episode, we can do it once a week, you know. I can upload a video. I cook a lot of different things every week. I cook for about half the week usually. It's cheaper. All this stuff costs around 150K. So the seasoning will last you forever. I've used this this big pouch, this 200 gram pouch. I've made this like 5 times off this and I still have like half of it left. So yeah, just let me know if you guys like to see more of this kind of stuff and we'll do more of it. You want to break down the onions pretty well. They're going to cook off the rest of the way in the soup once we put the soup in and get the stock going, but yeah. And the carrots here are massive. All this is just one massive Vietnam carrot. You want to clean all your vegetables here because they do use some pretty hardcore pesticides. There's definitely not anything organic pesticide in here, so you clean everything pretty well before you use it. If you're using an electric grill like this, you got to keep stirring shit too. You can't leave it. You got some good smells going now. Tomatoes breaking down nice. So now we'll cut these. This one's we'll cut right in half. Entire whole tomato. I don't take any of it out. What for? See, we're trying to just, on the tomato, we just want to break down the outer skin a little bit. And I'm by no means a chef, so, you know. So this is what we got going on so far. So this stuff's really good. It adds a nice little kick. This satay chili. I like it. You'll see how much I use it. You want to clean your kidney beans. We're going to control the salt content with the select stuff. So just 2 of the smaller cans, or in the States it would be just 1 big can of tomato sauce. And you can add more of that too if you want like a thicker or thinner, depends. Now I've got it. This is garlic, we've got some mashed up, and then we've got whole cloves too. They'll all just cook down once the soup's gonna cook. You know, the longer you cook it, the better it goes. You cook it on low, but it's gonna be the way the meatballs get cooked too. So, the knife knowledge. This is how you want to chunk the sweet potato. Cabbage, you just make into nice little shreds. Corn, you get 1 corn on the cob and just cut it right off the cob with a knife going all the way down. The corn and the sweet potato add some starch into it too, so it thickens it up even more. That's why you don't need too much tomato sauce. As well as the kidney bean starches it up a little bit too. And don't worry about putting in meat right now and the meat not cooking all the way through because it's a soup, remember. So shit, got a little bit more oil down there in that spot. There we go. So we just want to get a nice little sear on each side of the steak. there into that. Kind of take that off the heat for 1 second. Get that tomato sauce going in there. The other tomato sauce going in there. Keep it at 200. We're not in a hurry right now. Add back in all this. Alright, see, now we got a nice little. Okay, so now we're going to start filling these. To get all that tomato paste out, we'll use that as our water transfer container. So this 5 or 6 times. It's to just till you get it up to be like a soup. You can hit the temperature up to 500. Excuse me. One thing with seasoning, when you use this, you can always add more, you can't take away. I mean, you can by adding more water, but it's easier to just go slowly at first, and try, and try. Okay. And you can go to 1800, you can really get it up there in temp. Cut different sizes and shapes, it doesn't matter. The other stuff we had uniformly cut because it was all cooking at the same time, so we wanted everything, the onions and peppers and stuff to get done at the same time. Heaping a handful of that. This is to taste, so I might add more, we'll see. Gives it a nice little oily top as well. So we're almost at a boil, but this is after you've added the chili. This is the kind of look you should get. The vegetables should be coming to the top like this. That's the sweet potato, that's the carrot, that's the tomato. That's what the steak should look like. Not cooked all the way through, you just want that outside sear. Almost at a boil. So now we can add the select. Okay. Alright, set it back up. Okay, so I'm going to start off with about that much. Hold back just a little bit. Let's see where we're at. Let's give that a mix. Let's get the flavor town going in there. Oh yeah, nailed it. Perfect. Okay. Now we're gonna add the steak. Be careful with it, you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, steak's in. Steak doesn't cook long to cook in this boiling water. So you can start to flavor test this again in about 5 minutes. Some flavor tester bowl. We need a little bit more water.
Smell good.
Bong bong. I'm going with the carrots once it's back up to a boil again. Then we'll start to make the meatballs. Drop the meatballs in. Bob's your uncle. A lot of things going on in here. chicken to a boil. Carrot chunks. I don't peel the carrot either. The outside's good for you. Some people think it's dirty and gross, but it cooks away in the soup. It's good fiber for your body. Good roughage. Get all the carrot in here. I don't dump it in because you get a large splashback. Okay, all the carrots in. Carrot in. Let it get back to a boil. And we'll add in the potato. Like I said, we had half of a banh mi. 5 or 6 of those purple onions. 4 cloves of garlic. You don't have to put the onion in if you don't want. You can do whatever you want. Bloody massacre here. Let's skip this one first. Okay, so this is the pork. Okay. Beef's gonna be next. Beef or buddy? Bloody beef. Okay. Now, let me see. It's a good angle. Yeah, it's a great angle. Cool. Okay. You just let this boil around. It's gonna. Nothing needs stirred on here because nothing's really sitting on the bottom. So. Okay. So we've got this all here like this. Now, we'll take 1 egg. Have that egg right in the middle. And this is where you got to get down and dirty. Quick wash your hands again, even though we already cleaned them with soap. So we're just going to mix it. Squish it like so. Just squish it into the other things. Oh shit, sloppy. And you want the meat cold. You don't want to pull it out ahead of time. You want it cold. It helps bind everything together faster. You don't want to push too hard. You want to be gentle. You kind of want to massage it in. You want to get that consistency, everything mixed. No crumbs left behind. I can feel how cold the meat is. It's good. It's going to make sure everything stays together. And believe it or not, you're just going to form balls and drop it right in. Yes, I know you probably never made a meatball this way. You always pan sear it a little bit first, but trust me, I made these for 15 years. This same meatball can be made with spaghetti as well. Look at that. That's how quick. We got every ingredient on there. Okay. I'm slapping the meat. Okay, so now meatballs can be all different sizes. They don't have to be one size. I make them all different sizes. Drop it right in there. Little ones, big ones, doesn't matter. You're gonna be cooking this soup for 2 more hours minimum. The meatballs take about a half hour to cook all the way through from dropping them in at boiling. We are gonna bring the temperature down from 1800 to 500 after 15 minutes. Yeah, see how easy this is? This isn't hard. It's just a lot of prep work. And you want your meat really cold. You can almost stick it in the freezer for 10 minutes before you know you're going to make these, because it's easier to get all the ingredients. Oh, it's a big boy. Oh, big. It's fine. Small one next to you. The pork adds a nice little flavor, and you can make them all beef if you want, or you can make them all pork, or you can even mix in venison or lamb or whatever you've got local. We'll clean that wall in a second. Just a little bit. There we go. Pull that one down. I made some big ones. Let's make some smaller ones. Let's make all smaller ones now. Hey man, we can even go in with the kidney bean now. Kidney beans in. We washed those 3 or 4 times. Remember, we're controlling the salt intake at the select level of that beef bouillon thing. Now we got full pot. So now everything's going to just really cook. You're going to lose a quarter of this line here, so that's okay. Once the line gets cooked down, we will add the mushroom. But that's it. And you can add the bok choy at the very end. This takes 5 minutes to cook out. So yeah, that's it. That's the recipe. You're gonna let this cook for half-hour minimum to get the meatballs done. But I recommend going 2 hours. Go ahead and boil for 15 minutes, and then take it down. Bring it down to around 500 to 200 for the remaining 2 hours. Everything will come together real nice. It'll thicken up because the sweet potatoes will get cooked. All the starchy things will come together and really thicken the sauce up a lot. If you need to add water. It's fine. You just add more spice with the water. So the tomatoes will be broken down by then. Everything will break down. And the other thing you can do with this meal is you can go ahead and buy banh mi's and then just make actual banh mi meatball subs, which are delicious. You just use the sauce as a sauce, and you line up a row of the meatballs, put some veggies in there, and it is delicious. So let me show you what it's going to look like as you've added everything. Like I said, the only thing we don't have in is the mushroom, and we'll add the mushroom when the line drops a little. The mushroom cooks pretty fast. You don't have to use that much mushroom. This just happened to be how much we used. I'll probably use half this. I won't use all this cabbage either. Add a few more tossfuls in here. So that's it. That's what it should look like at the end here. Beautiful, nice little dish. So once it's completely done, I'll cut back. That was the first cooking episode, cooking with fat and broke. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like my banh mi meatball soup recipe. If we want to do more of these, let me know. If not, this will be the only one. You guys are going to be the deciding factor on this. So we'll see you guys on the next one, and I will show it when it's done. All right, peace. 1 hour later. So now it's a thicker, like I said, all the starchy stuff's coming together. At this point you can consume, everything's cooked. I like to go about half hour more, get all Flavor Town going. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like what we did here today, comment and I'll make another one. If not, this will just be a one go. Peace. Okay, so what's it taste like? We're 2 hours later. Oh, so good. As you can see, I make a meatball banh mi sandwich. This is such a delicious dish. It'll feed you for days. It's healthy, it's hearty. Get at it, people. See you on the next one.